everyone, welcome to the first video. This first video is about data pre-processing of the 3 video series, and we are going to clean our data first in this video. The first thing which is going to do is we are going to import, we have to load the PDF file in the Collab notebook, and this PDF file and all these 3 notebook of the code are available on the GitHub, and I have already posted it in the description box also. You can check it from there. So first thing which you need to do is we need to install the necessary libraries, that is LangChain and PyPDF, which we are going to use for this. From LangChain document loaders, we are going to load this PDF file, and we have saved it into this one. This total file is of 888 pages. So just to show you here what is happening, if we call the first document, that is page 1, and you see its content, it is looking like this. It has all these words here. The next thing which we need to do is we are going to open a new text file in the write mode, and then we are going to loop over all the documents in this page. So it has 888 pages, right? So we are going to loop over all the documents, there are a number of pages, and then get the content from it, page_content, and then append it into this text file. So this one is into the in the append mode. We are opening it as file and we are appending it into the text mode. So you open this, when you run this code, what happens here is that you have this words being created, you have this text file which is created here. If you just open this file, you can see that it looks something like this, where all the words which were there in the PDF, it has been converted into the text format. It looks something like this. The next is we have to pre-process the data. So what we are going to use here is we are going to the regex library for this, and first thing is we have to define a function to clean the data. We are going to convert the words into the ASCII form, and what we are going to do is we are going to remove everything, all the words except the full stops, question marks, exclamation marks, semicolon, comma, and inverted commas. And we are going to define a function, and then we are going to remove all this except this. We are going to remove everything else. So let's see to the code. What is happening here is we are defining a function to convert into the ASCII form. This Unicode.data is normalizing using this data. So you just feed the data into this one, and then it is converting it into the this is something wrong here. I think it is supposed to be not text, it is supposed to be data here, because then only it will convert into this NFDK into data, right? Because this is here is data. So you take this data, convert into ASCII form, into the lower form, and here it is encoding into lower ASCII form, and then again if the words are not there in ASCII letters, we are not keeping them, and we are going to decode back to these words to the ASCII words. And then what we are doing here, we are cleaning the data. We are lowering all the words data into the lower form, data.lower, and then we are going to remove the extra characters, alphabetic characters. We are removing except these stops, full stops, question marks, exclamation marks. We are removing this, and then in the next line of code where we are making an extra space to single space, whatever the extra space is there, we will combine them and convert into a single space, and then we get our data. So this is the function for that. So what is happening in the next line is we are opening this text file which we have created. You just copy its path here, and then you paste this path here and open it in the reading mode, and then you read the complete content of this file, and then we call this function clean clean the data. This function which we have already called, we call it into the clean the data function, and then clean data. We get our clean data here. And then we are going to rewrite the content back to the file. So here I have shown you already that what is happening here. This text file looks like this right now. I just showed you, right? This looks like this right now. So once we run this code, what is going to happen is it's going to remove all these words, and it's going to change in the format. This new file is generated, and then you can see all the extra spaces are gone, and all the file is almost clean, and we have removed all the special characters except the other words, and all the data is into the lowercase letters. So then what we are going to do, we are going to define a function to get the unique words as tokenizer, which we are going to use. So this complete corpus we have converted into text format, and from this text format we need to find our unique words which we will use for the tokenizers to make our own tokenizer, the words which we are going to build our tokenizer which we are going to use. So we need all the unique words. Here what we are doing here is that I'm counting all the unique words, but on a production level we know that it can be converted into subwords also. Tokenizer can go from character to sentence to paragraphs. That depends on what we want, but in production we have words, and then we have subwords which can be used for building a tokenizer. Like if you have happily, then happy can be one word, and then ly can be other word to build as a tokenizer. But here what I'm considering is just the complete word as my tokenizer, I'll be building the tokenizer completing my one word as my one tokenizer. So here what is happening, we are splitting the text into the words on basis of the space. So all the spaces, on basis of that I just call this method text.split, and then all the words I'm putting into this set so that there are no duplicate words. I want unique words, right? So to get the unique words I'm putting into set, and then I get my unique words from this. So this is the function which we have defined to get the unique words, and then I open this file which I have already created. This file which we have already created, we open this file, and we read the complete content from it, and I store it into the content variable. And then I'm calling this function get unique words. This function get unique words I'm calling here, and I'm putting this content which I have read it from here, and I'm getting the set of unique words from this. Okay, and if I run this function here, so what is happening, this content which I have got, this list of unique words which I have got, I am going to create a new file, and I have appended all these words into the new file called uniquewords.txt, and these are there should be file, yeah, these are the unique words which are present in my corpus. These are the unique words which we are going to use to build our tokens, which we are going to build our corpus, our own tokenizer. These are the words which we are going to use. So this is for about pre-processing. And so the main important thing here is, so this tokenizer which we have built, we need to have an understanding that how this tokenizer are working. There are some famous tokenizers which are being used by BERT and GPT-2. Next video we will have an understanding of what is this transformers are doing and how they are spatial, and then we will build our own tokenizer from scratch using these unique words which we have built here.